We're here today after hours of negotiations, setting new priorities and receiving input and feedback from many of you along the way. So before touching base on the key highlights, I would like to make a few general comments. I think most of you know that I'm a numbers guy, and I like to focus on key success factors and metrics that measure success or opportunities for improvement. In other words, how do we know that the state of North Carolina has and is making improvements and is being successful and meets the expectations of our citizens? More than likely, we each define success in different ways. Well, perhaps it's simply how much money we have in the bank, or even do we have good health and a good standard of living? In terms of North Carolina, how do we, the governing body, know if we're meeting the needs of those whom we serve, and is their quality of life better today than it was yesterday? To answer that question, I decided to look at a few indicators, and I think that tells us a lot about North Carolina and its measure of success. With those thoughts in mind, I decided to look at a few indicators. The first, and I left this chart on your desk, that measures unemployment in North Carolina over the past 10 years, from 2012 to 2022. As I thought about it, I thought unemployment is certainly a measure of success, and how have we done in getting our folks working and productive, supporting their families. I ask you to look down at each county's data, maybe even focus on your county. Every single county has improved employment supporting their families. Just 10 years ago, think about that, just 10 years ago, many of us were here. Of the 100 counties, 60 or 60% exceeded double-digit unemployment. Today, not a single county, zero, exceeds 10%. The highest unemployment rate at that time was Graham County at 18.1% unemployment, almost 1 in every 5 unemployed. Last year, it had improved to 5.4%. The state improved from 9.5% to 3.7%. That's a 60% improvement. Even Orange County, one of the lowest counties unemployment, went from 6.3% to 3%. This is a remarkable change in a relatively short period of time, even when we suffered through a pandemic. Another that I looked at was the poverty rate. It's another measure of success in my mind. Poverty rate over the last 10 years has been reduced by 25.5% in North Carolina. It was 17.9%. It's down to 13.4%. North Carolina has had an economy that was seriously struggling. However, a major overhaul of our tax structure that has put more money into the pockets of our citizens and allowed corporations to use more of their money to invest and reinvest in our state is making a difference in the lives of our citizens and their families. Just in the previous 5-year period, our favorable environment as the top state to do business has attracted major new investments and jobs for our people. North Carolina is home to 13 Fortune 500 headquarters, plus the hundreds of new small businesses that now call North Carolina home. All have settled in our state, providing good paying jobs. Our state is moving forward from a national pandemic that impacted us in virtually every aspect of our economy, from healthcare to hospitality or education. Now, with success comes challenges, and this budget is built on key investments in our state's infrastructure, meeting our needs in healthcare, education, transportation, manufacturing, and tourism, just to name a few. Major investments to respond to the changing struggles many have with depression and mental health. And thanks to Secretary Kinsley for his vision working with us to respond to these challenges. As you think about the budget, think about its impact on our state. Are there challenges still? Well, absolutely. But working together, we can meet those challenges. This budget responds to the stress on our citizens by investing in our state, focusing on health care with those who need better access to medical care, focusing on education while expanding academic programs to train more students in hard-to-fill jobs like nursing, teaching, truck drivers, welding, just to name a few. Investing in our farmers and agriculture industries that feed us, and thousands of other good investments within this budget plan.